Shovel 99 here, kind of with a special video today. It's not something I was often doing on the channel for obvious reasons. If you guys go back a ways, kind of when the channel kind of first started, I kind of did an introduction of myself and what I believe. And I haven't really talked about it since. So we're going to kind of go back into it again. If you're not really comfortable with this kind of thing, you can go ahead and click off the video. You don't have to watch it. But I am going to share a bit of the Bible here. Again, if you don't want to watch it, you can click off. You don't have to see it or hear it. Now, this is going to be in Peter, the 2nd chapter, starting at the 1st verse, and it is talking about our inheritance through Christ's blood. So, as a Christian, we believe that Jesus died on Calvary cross. He died, and then he rose on the 3rd day. So he already told his disciples that the temple would be torn down and be rebuilt in 3 days. This was a parable, because he wasn't actually talking about the actual temple. He was talking about the body. So he did die, not a bone was broken, and his blood was shed when the Roman soldier had pierced him in the side, and the blood came streaming down. That's why when we take the Lord's Supper, that we sing the blood came streaming down. He was in the tomb. They sealed it with a huge boulder over the tomb, and there were Roman guards guarding the tomb, so no one could come in and go out. But he did get out on the 3rd day after he rose, because when he did rise, he was in his resurrected body. So the angels moved the stone away, and they were so afraid because they've never seen anything like that before. But anyway, getting into the scripture. Therefore, laying aside all malice and deceit, hypocrisy, envy, and all evil speaking, as newborn babes, desire the pure milk of the word, that you may grow thereby. If indeed you have tasted that the Lord is gracious, come into him as to a living stone, rejected indeed by men, but chosen by God, and precious. You also, as living stones, are being built up a spiritual house, a holy priesthood, to offer up spiritual sacrifices acceptable to God through Jesus Christ. Therefore it is also contained in the scripture, Behold, I lay in Zion a chief cornerstone, elect, precious, and he who believes on him will by no means be put to shame. Therefore to you who believe, he is precious. But to those who are disobedient, the stone which the builders rejected has become the chief cornerstone, and a stone of stumbling, and a rock of offense. Well, he's just basically talking about, you put aside these things. Now, would I say that's easy to do? No, it's not. Anything you attempt to do for God will never be easy, and it will never be the easiest decision that you will make. But here's the thing to keep in mind. You're not doing it of yourself. When you do things for God, and you do it for His purpose, He will make sure that it's complete and finished. You don't have to finish it yourself. You don't have to do it yourself. So that's where the inheritance comes from. I didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. He did it for you. So you just accept what He has done for you, and you will receive your inheritance. Now, does this mean that we work as the children of God, but it's not a work like you would work a job, because no amount of things that we do will make Him happy or unhappy, because it's not based off of merit. He loves you simply because His Son died on Calvary Cross. So, no matter who you are, no matter where you are in life, He loves you. No matter what you've done, no matter what you've said, He loves you. You may have even cursed God. He loves you. That will never change. But we, as people, have to make decisions in life. So, again, His love for you will never change. It will never be any different than the next day. Now, His mercies are new every morning, but His love remains the same, because that's who He is. It's not what He does, that's who He is. And this could be hard to understand, being in a human standpoint, because we are so limited in our mindset. Now, He wants us to renew our mind in His Word. Now, again, and He leaves this all up to you. This is all a choice. He's given us choice. Now, there was a time when there was no choice, and I'm glad that's no longer the case. There was a time in the Old Testament where if you didn't do what God said, you were dead. But that's no longer the case. After Jesus died, that was it. It was no longer based on your performance. It was no longer based off of, am I following it correctly? Am I doing it right? Am I doing everything right? Am I following this? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? It's no longer based on that. So you can rest at ease that it's already finished, that it's already done. So guys, before this gets too long, I'm going to end it here. If you have any questions, leave it down below, and have a good one.